Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Paul.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Great.
Looks like we have, a wide range of products here. Which one in particular are we talking about?
Well, they all work in conjunction with each other. What I've got here for you is the Wolf Tooth Components large cassette cog. So basically what this is a cog that you can couple with your existing cassette to get a wider gear range.
Okay. Now, is it cassette specific?
They are actually. Wolf Tooth makes cogs for both Shimano and SRAM cassettes. They're designed to work with the 10-speed cassettes. I mean, this is basically giving you the same range you can get with the new 11-speed stuff,
Wow.
but with the 10-speed drivetrain. Very
nice. Now, I noticed some machined grooves into here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, with the cog being this big, they machine shift features into the cog to help the chain climb up onto it a little easier, from the large cog that exists on your cassette.
Understood. So who is this for?
Well, like I said, it's going to widen your gear range. It's going to give you a very low gear. So anybody who's touring, commuting, if you live in an area with a lot of steep hills, this is going to be a huge benefit. And it's a less expensive alternative to, some other drivetrain upgrades for that wider gear range.
And what is this little guy?
This little cog here, actually, what you do when you install the Wolf Tooth is you actually remove one of the cogs out of the cassette. And that can make shifting a little bit difficult. So with this, you remove two cogs and put this in, and it actually helps bridge the gap for the cogs that you removed. For nice smooth shifting.
Okay, is that recommended or necessary?
It's recommended, but it's not necessary.
Understood.
So and all these parts will fit on your standard hub, so long as it's 10-speed compatible. And again, they have these are the 42 tooths that we carry. They also have a 40 tooth option, and there are a few key features that is required by your derailleur to make this work. So it's a good idea to give us a call, so we can check the compatibility with you.
Understood. Now, I did notice comes in this beautiful red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've actually got 4 or 5 different anodized colors. So we're going to stock the red and the black, and then blue, orange. I think green is also available on some of their cogs. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, install is super easy. I'll go ahead and show you real quick. So, just like any cassette, you've got to line up the notches here on the hub. So the Wolf Tooth is just going to drop on there, and then your regular cassette will go on over that. Let's see here. Gotta find. See, and it just sits like that. And so your chain is going to be stepping up from the 36, the biggest cog on the SRAM cassette, up onto that 42. So that is a pretty low gear for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, and your cassette's going to go together basically the same as normal. Like I said, there's just those 2 cogs in the middle that you're going to trade out. So when you're doing just the Wolf Tooth, if you're not going to do the middle 16, you can either remove the existing 15 or 17 tooth cog on the cassette. If you are going to install the 16 tooth cog, you actually remove the 15 and the 17. So you're going to take both those out, okay. Which would be, there's the 17 and there's the 15. So we're going to set our spacer on there, install our 16 tooth cog, and then install our last 2 cogs just like normal. Let's see here, make sure I've got the right one. All right. And so you should end up with something looking like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so again, right now, really the only other way to get that much range on a cassette is to go to an 11 speed, and that's really expensive.
Yeah.
So this is a fantastic option for, a wider gear range and something that shifts well. I mean, you can't really tell even as far as the shifting quality. It feels like a totally stock drivetrain setup. It just shifts very, very well. So fantastic quality, US made, doesn't get any better than that.
And I mean, it's beautiful. So thank you, Matt, for
Yeah.
taking the time today.
No problem.